Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, medical doctor. Well, I was attacked quite viciously online by a famous doctor comedian by the name of Dr. Glaucom Flecken. What a name, Dr. Glaucom Flecken. That is, of course, his stage name. His real name is Dr. Will Flannery, and he's an ophthalmologist. I don't know where he is in the country, but he's American. And let me tell you what happened. And I was absolutely shocked that he did this. He's got quite a following on social media. And it all started when I posted one morning because I'm utterly sick with the profit-driven nature of US healthcare in terms of people get sicker and the medical industrial complex gets richer. Everybody knows this. And this is somewhat unique, of course, to the United States. The more sick people there are, the more interventions, the more pills, people make money from that. So I posted something about, a system with doctors getting richer. Some doctors, we all know this, get richer if patients are sicker. Of course we know that. So there's a perverse incentive right there. A lot of people talk about this, and I thought that was a very valid point. But Dr. Glaucom Flecken was very offended by this, and he retweeted what I said and directly attacked me and said, do not listen to doctors like this who are into things like natural supplements and associated with other companies to do with wellness. Well, I thought that was a ridiculous thing to say. I thought he was also standing on very shaky ground. I'll come to that in a moment. But what I didn't understand was Dr. Glaucom Flecken seemed to be attacking me, but seemed to have no issues whatsoever with the point I was making that absolutely everybody knows this. Certain doctors in the United States do get richer the more sick people there are. So there's a perverse incentive right there. This isn't rocket science. It's an intrinsic fault in our system. So anyway, I was very sorry that he chose to attack me. Now, I will say I'm familiar with Dr. Glaucom Flecken. He shows up on my social media feeds every now and again. Maybe you've seen him. Now, personally, I don't find him funny whatsoever. In fact, I mentioned afterwards that my toothbrush is probably funnier than him, in my opinion. Obviously, humor is something highly personal. I mean, give me Ricky Gervais any day. But the reason I've never found him funny is because he is all about laughing at, ha, 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 look how a neurologist speaks to the emergency room physician. Look how the radiologist says this. Look how the medical student speaks to their seniors. Ha, ha, ha. Now, maybe some people find that funny. I think if I was more immature, maybe if I was a medical student or intern, I might find it funny. But I don't find it funny at all. It's not my cup of tea. And for me, healthcare is a very serious thing, especially knowing that we have a healthcare system which is completely collapsing, failing millions of people every year. People's costs are going up. People are struggling for access. I don't find anything funny about dedicating your whole career to ha, 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 look how the emergency room doctor spoke to that other doctor and making skits about that. It's not my cup of tea. I think humor is great and I'm all for humor, but that's not for me. But what I find ironic is that if you look at Dr. Glaucom Flecken, look at his shows, frequently he is giving a shout out to whoever is sponsoring his show on his channels, which means he's for sale to the highest bidder. Yes, absolutely. I will say I'm associated with companies which are to do with wellness, but that's all about trying to keep people well. And I personally oversee those products. Of course, I don't coerce anything. I'm not like other segments of the medical establishment, but I'm very proud to be creative. But he's on sale to the highest bidder. And I think personally, having your own brand and overseeing something is far better than selling out to whoever pays you the most money. That's how sponsorship works. So the first issue that I would take up with him is he thinks that I'm a sellout for being broadly creative. And remember, that's only a little bit of what I do. Most of what I do online is actually free, giving out free health tips, health advice, news, etc. But he obviously charges money for his comedy shows. And yes, he is loaded up with sponsors, whoever pays him the most. So I think I know which side I would rather be on. And there is something very ironic as well about doctors who are corporate employees basically being told what to do by their corporation, whether it's an academic medical center or another corporate entity, calling out other doctors who are being more creative and doing what I believe to be wonderful things in the sphere of wellness. They are calling those doctors sellouts. Think about that for a moment. But I want to take particular issue for a moment with the biggest thing that he seemed to think was an insult to me. And this is also indicative of huge swathes of the medical establishment, is their total disdain and disgust for natural supplements, which I haven't been able to understand for a long time. I have been a huge fan of natural supplements for as long as I can remember, going back to when I was a boy. I take natural dietary supplements, and I think they can be amazing. And there's lots of research and evidence out there. And I have tried to understand for some time why establishment doctors like Dr. Glaucomflecken take so much issue with natural supplements when they are the ones who are on the side of big pharma and other very questionable treatments, which actually have a far worse array of side effects. And let's think about this for a moment. Statistics show that 70 to 80% of the United States takes natural supplements. Natural supplements are very popular. Of course, natural supplements always have to be tailored to the individual. And I'm the first person to say that natural supplements are not there to diagnose, treat, or cure an illness. That's very clear. They are there for people who frequently benefit according to what their own risk factor profile is. So you get all these doctors who are always talking about unproven supplements. You need to give me randomized control trials. I mean, why? It's based on a food substance. What on earth are you going to ask for next? A randomized control trial on the benefits of bananas or apples? I mean, if you take a natural substance, which people have been consuming for thousands of years, and package it up into a supplement, many people may have difficulty getting access to fresh fruits and vegetables every day. Fair enough. Take a supplement as long as you've done your own research. I don't get why doctors are so against this and frequently ask for randomized control trials. I mean, how utterly ridiculous. These are not things which are toxic. They are based on food. That's why they're called a dietary supplement. The medical establishment, large members of it, seem to have a lot of difficulty getting their big pharma-obsessed heads around the fact that these are not designed to treat or cure anything. These are called supplements for a reason. But I also think that there's something else going on here, which I think is a power issue on the part of some doctors, not all doctors, but some, who don't like the idea that people do their own research and they decide that a supplement is right for them. Maybe they've even taken a supplement and felt better. And they don't like the idea that these supplements are not being prescribed. The doctor is not in charge. The doctor is not the one writing the prescription, and it's not going through that medical industrial complex mechanism, which it doesn't, I don't think, anywhere that I know of. Dietary supplements are available in most countries. You just go and buy them. Of course, you have some checks, and one would hope that everything is ethical and good. In fact, our supplement brand, which I'm very proud of, we tried to do everything the right way, wanted it local, made in America, worked with a veteran-owned company. I wanted everything to be done in the right way, wanted to personally formulate things based on what I believe in. But of course, it's always an individual choice to take. But Dr. Glaucomflecken really went after that in a series of tweets. And that is my other big issue here, that these doctors are so against natural supplements, and it kind of triggers them whenever you're a doctor who promotes them. And again, it is not being coercive like the medical establishment frequently does. It's all about saying, hey, this supplement has done me a lot of good. I believe in this supplement. And do your own research. Make your own choice about whether something is right for you, but it's available to take if you want it. But I will come full circle now back to the beginning. And this comedian, again, I don't find him particularly funny. He is clearly in his own bubble. And let me tell you that when he retweeted me, I faced an avalanche of really nasty comments, frequently quite abusive from members of the medical establishment, because he's in his own bubble, like a lot of these doctors. And I class him with the woke establishment, medical establishment, which has overrun medicine. They're in their own bubble. I mean, they might laugh and joke about how the neurologist speaks to the emergency doctor and how the medical student does this. But the general public out there are really suffering We have a terrible healthcare system that is on the verge of collapse. And meanwhile, they're in their own bubble, these people. It is remarkable to me. And I have nothing against Dr. Glaucom Flecken, Will Flannery personally. He's able to joke as much as he wants to, get his own little woke crowd, get them laughing at medical humor. That's completely fine. I have nothing wrong with that. What I have an issue with is that he chose to attack me. I've never interacted with him, and I will defend myself, and I'll defend what I do. I'll defend my integrity. I will defend natural supplements, which I've taken since I was a boy. And so many doctors laugh at that. Completely wrong, in my opinion, and ignorant. But sadly, that's the way things are. Now, it's interesting. This spat that we got into actually made a few publications. They talked about this online publication, saying that we both, as people in the medical field who have a large number of followers, got into this debate. But I will stand absolutely firm that there is a big problem from a system which profits from more sick people. And any doctor that wants to compare thousands upon thousands of people going bankrupt every year in a system which, let's be fair, is sick. It's utterly sick to the wellness industry, which is all about gym memberships, people doing yoga, people eating organic food, taking natural supplements for whatever that is, $20, $30 for a gym membership. And they seriously think that there's an equivalence between doctors who are into wellness and keeping people well and the system that they have been sucked into. And the two are not the same. That's all I've got to say about that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Feel free to leave a comment down below. I enjoy hearing from all of you. Also check the links in the description down below for my website and all the other work I do. And of course, our natural supplement store, which I'm very proud of. But I want everybody to make the right decision, make sure anything is right for themselves before taking it. ohiwellness.com. If you're in the USA, North America, ohiwellness.co. If you're in the UK, Europe, we're very excited soon to be expanding even beyond natural supplements to many other wellness products, which I believe in, and it's a free choice for anybody out there. Okay, everyone. Thanks again. Hit the like button if you like this video, the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future, and we will speak again very soon.